Kien, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Pretty crowded outfield this year. What are you
Yeah.
thinking about your spot and what you're expecting role to play?
I honestly don't know. I feel like everything's really up in the air just with like how crowded the outfield is. Obviously, we're deep, so I think it's ultimately it's whoever's hitting is out there. So all I can do is hit.
You got a lot of at-bats and opportunity last year. Was that because of kind of the hot streaks? Is it like the same principle this year too?
I'd assume so. I haven't talked to Bloomy that much about it, but I assume it's just kind of like if you're hot, you're out there, and that's how it was last year. So and we're deeper this year, so I think it'll be the same thing.
He in the outfield, I feel like they got some availability to show off their skills on the defensive side during the scrimmage last week, but also just not a whole lot of balls. Either balls were either leaving the yard or they were staying in the infield. It felt like at some points. Do you guys feel like that you guys are just going to need maybe a couple more scrimmages, or you guys feel like as like an outfield core, you guys are ready for opening day?
Defensively?
Yeah.
I honestly think defensively we're ready for opening day. Obviously, like the few more scrimmages will help get us to where we need to be, but like defensively, I think we're strong and we're ready for opening day.
What would you say are some of the biggest things you wanted to work on through this past season to now?
I'd say mostly I focus on hitting, and there's a few things in the outfield that I wanted to like tweak up, but my main focus was just swinging the bat a little more consistently, and just seeing how I can improve in that aspect.
What were your takeaways from last season, especially on the hitting front? I remember you saying in the preseason last year that was sort of a focal point for you. You felt more comfortable, maybe defensively, but not as much offensively. Can you walk us through how that process was, sort of assimilating to the college game and college pitchers?
Yeah. I think I was just getting more comfortable up there, and that's all I needed. Like I think going into last year, obviously like as a freshman, you're a little nervous just to see how the season pans out and everything, but being able to dial that in and then just get more comfortable up there, it was finding my swing. I spent all of this summer and even last year and this fall just trying to find my swing, and I think I'm getting there. So yeah, that's all I'm focusing on.
And then defensively, I mean, you said it, but how do you feel that with the depth out of this year, saying for how you're out there, but just from even as a freshman last year, the defense seemed to grow a lot last year and improve. But how do you feel from the end of last season until now through the whole offseason that the defense is growing?
I just think we got, like, obviously we're all older now. We're 1 year older, so I think just that knowledge out there. I think outfield is like 80% just like a mental thing, knowing where to go with the ball. And I feel like we've all like got the other 20% of it like down. We're all athletic out there, so it's just knowing where to throw the ball, like the smartest plays in the outfield, obviously. So I think being 1 year older helps, and then just like going over that type of stuff with Gilly, just kind of just dialing in the right plays, basically.
Talking about finding your swing, and talking about the mental game that is baseball, what mental improvements or adjustments you've tried to make in your mentality at the plate and both in the field you've tried to make?
Yeah, I've definitely tried to think less, like focus on dialing in mechanics, I guess, in the cage, and then just going out there and having fun. I think when I'm having fun and not a lot is going through my head, that's when I'm swinging it the best. So if I can just figure out how to do that all the time, I think I'm in the right spot.
How do you think?
Any specific mechanical things you've been focusing on more than another?
I've definitely tried to loosen up my swing. I've implemented more rhythm into my hands and my bat. So I think that's the main takeaway that from the summer, I guess, that I worked on. Last year I was a little stiffer, so I tried to loosen that up, and I think it really helps my head, I guess, just get into that right, like, clear mentality.
How do you think that 1 year outlook kind of applies to the entire team finishing the season, whereas last year kind of slid down at the end, missed out on the NCAA tournament?
I think obviously we have a lot of new guys, and we've definitely let them know that that's not where we want to be this year. We don't want to go down that path that we did last year. So I think just letting the guys know that we need to finish a little stronger this year, and the coaches are doing a great job of just making sure that we are, like, our endurance is there and just finishing strong, just the same way we started last year.
And then offensively, I mean, when we get back into non-conference play, conference play still this year, you'll face some pitchers you don't see, but having this many new pitchers come in, I mean, even through the fall, through now, how big is it for you just to, see those new arms and help you take that mental part of adjusting to new pitchers that you'll see during the season?
It's huge, and I think our pitching staff is great this year. We're young, but there's a lot of good arms on our staff, and so they've definitely helped us prepare for this season. So it's great seeing the new arms and the depth in those arms just push us hitters a little more.
When the program takes a step up, like it did last season, record-wise especially, what are the challenges, especially when you have a healthy number of newcomers, that you have to sort of catch up from a cultural standpoint on how things are done, and from a leadership base, how things should be established for some of these guys?
Right. This year was really easy, actually. I'd say all the newcomers kind of were ready to just jump into this boat that we got, and so they're all great, and every single one of them started running as soon as we got here. So they're ready to go, and I'm excited for this group. And it definitely was not hard at all to kind of get them into like a winning mentality and an ASU mentality.
What's it been like working out in the corner outfield with the guys, and how do you feel like you guys are gelling together as the opening day approaches the next couple of weeks?
It's been good. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of movement out there. Like I feel like I've gotten comfortable in each position. So just gelling with the outfielders that we have now, it's been good because we can push each other, hitting and defensively. So it's been great.
You talked about how last week that you think that this offense is 15, 16 guys deep, that you feel like it's just going to take everyone to just earn it if they want to have an opportunity to be in a starting lineup week in and week out. What has you necessarily seen just in the last couple of weeks through scrimmages and necessarily that kind of thing where, how confident, are you, in the consistency in the offense that it can stay at a consistent level in comparison to last year, considering that you guys may have the depth, but it's just going to be about the consistency that leads to wins?
Yeah, I think just because of the depth, it will lead to consistency. Just because if one guy isn't swinging it the way he normally does, we just throw another guy in there, I guess. I've been so impressed with how, I feel like everyone's hitting. We'll have scrimmages up there with double-digit runs on both teams. So everyone has proven that they could hit, and so that it's a good feeling knowing that if one of us isn't feeling it, there's someone that's ready to fill that role.
What are some of your personal goals or expectations you have for yourself, just kind of defensively out in the field? Where do you kind of see yourself fitting in?
Defense. I just want to. When I do get that opportunity, I just want to make the plays I know I can, and definitely impress the people that are here. That's my only goal, is to go out there and make a catch or make a throw that impresses people. So that's my goal for this season defensively.
How do you think your pitching staff keeps their confidence up when each side's putting up 10 runs in a scrimmage?
Well, there's the 10-run games, but then they also have shut us up a couple times.
Right.
So it goes back and forth, and I think that's where they get their confidence from.
Kien, how has Harris kind of fit into this outfield group? Harris Williams?
Yeah. No, it's huge. He's obviously veteran. This is his 5th or 6th year in college, so he's seen everything. So having him around the locker room is great because we can go up to him and ask him just about anything. And obviously he's an amazing hitter and amazing defender. So it's just kind of he's definitely someone I look up to when trying to make my game better.
Is there anything specifically you've learned from him or any of the other transfers that have come in?
Yeah, from the transfers, the older guys especially, I've kind of learned the have fun mentality. A lot of us press here in the cages. We're always we almost put in too many hours, and so a lot of them have really helped me recognize that it is a game and we're really out here to have fun. So just being consistent while having fun is kind of the goal that I feel like I should have, and so they have definitely taught me that in a way.